Have you ever looked at someone, admired them, respected them, and recognized that they're actually extremely talented? As a matter of fact, their talent is of such that it rivals your own talent. And you take a deeper look and you realize, damn, this person's talent is actually limitless. And if you don't stay on your game, it's only a matter of time until they surpass you. Well, that, my friends, is how Drake would feel about the likes of Kendrick Lamar. And more importantly, putting it in One Piece terms, that's how Luffy should feel about Law. That's what we're going to talk about today, why Law is the Kendrick Lamar of One Piece. Now, getting straight into it, when you think about Law, you should think about Kendrick Lamar. And the reason is, when you think about Kendrick Lamar, you think of one simple thing. He's one of the best. Now, when Kendrick Lamar came into the rap game, recognizing his talent was the easy part. But if you consider yourself a student of hip hop like myself, then you realize it was something much more than that. And you said to yourself, nah, this kid could really be something special. And that's exactly how the One Piece fans should feel about Law. Law was introduced to us as a supernova. His talent was undeniable. His bounty was even higher than Luffy's when he was introduced. If you think back to the Sabaody Archipelago, when the Marines came in and everybody was scattering, Law kept a cool head. And he even saved Luffy's life at the Battle of Marineford. I mean, come on. By the time we got to the New World, Law had already been there. That's kind of older, telling us in a sense that this character is definitely up there with Luffy. And it also raises questions and kind of blurs the lines of who is actually stronger from a character and a worldview, which actually brings me to my next point. He actually stays relevant. Okay, hip-hop heads, you ever ask yourself how Kendrick Lamar can only be 3 albums in and still be considered one of the best? It's down to his ability to consistently reinvent himself. Sure, he's a great rapper, but he's an even better performer, and that's what sets him apart. And this is the same case for Law. Ever since he was introduced, we knew that his Opi Opi no Mi was an unorthodox fruit at the least. And it's a paramecia, so to be honest, it could go either way in terms of strength. I mean, rubber's not strong and threads aren't strong, but Luffy is strong and Dofi is definitely strong, but it's the way that they use their fruits. And in this case, Law is no different. Law continues to reinvent his fruit and surprise the fan base again and again. I'll give you an example. Up to this point, we've seen Law use his fruit to create the Room, Shambles, Tack, Scalpel, Amputation, Radio Knife, Scan, Injection Shot, Gamma Knife, Curtain, Counter Shock, his Awakening moves, K-Room, Anesthesia, making his sword longer, which we don't have a name for, Shock Willy, Puncture Willy, and R-Room. This man's ability to use his fruit is not just for strength, but for a number of different reasons, and that's what's putting him up there with the best in terms of creativity and the versatility it needs to be in the top tiers of the One Piece universe. Next reason I'm gonna tell you straight up, he's a genius. That's right. In the rap game, there's no doubt that Kendrick Lamar is a lyrical genius. When it comes to rhymes, he's a giant amongst men. And the same analogy should be applied here to Law. In this pirate game, he always manages to stay 3 steps ahead, not just of his opponent, that's child's play, but of his allies too. Just look at where we're at now. We're about to overthrow a Yonko. That was his plan. He had the info. He had the connects. He had the tactics. He made a pirate alliance with Luffy way before Kid made a pirate alliance. He's even smart when it comes to the heat of the moment in battle. I mean, he took on Dofi and Fujitora to save the Straw Hats while holding Caesar hostage. There's really no argument, dude. When it comes to smarts, he might be smarter than Shikamaru. You can fight me on that. My next point, which some of y'all might look at me kinda sideways for this, but he's out here doing it by himself. Now, let me explain. I like to look at things from a pragmatic view, and because of that, I don't think anyone is above criticism. If there's one strike that goes against Kendrick, it's his inability to surround himself with talent on a greater or equal level to himself. Sure, Kendrick can rap, but J-Rock, Absol, I mean, come on. His crew was not anywhere near the level that he was. And to be honest, I feel the same way about the Heart Pirates. I mean, sure, Schoolboy Q was straight, but would that be fair to call him maybe the Beppo of this situation? I don't really know, but let's be real, the Heart Pirates are kind of dead weight to Law, and he's sailing the Grand Line by himself. Now, Law is undoubtedly a top tier in the One Piece universe, but there's no reason to even stop there. He can truly be called Luffy's rival, similar to the way Whitebeard rivaled Roger. I mean, Roger was the Pirate King, but Whitebeard, to be honest, we don't really know. If Luffy were to take on Law, does Luffy definitely win? Can we really say that for sure? That's what makes this character so great. He's just that good. What Kendrick is to the West Coast, Law is to the North Blue. I mean, he's the leading contender to be MVP, not just of Wano, but of the Versus Yonko saga. He's undisputed. This is Trafalgar D. Water Law. I'd like to give a huge shout out to everybody who made it to the video this far. Yeah, I really like doing these videos, so make sure you drop a comment below telling me what character you might want me to compare next. Make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at AnimeShifu, and I will catch you guys next time.